name's Richard, and I'm with the Wyoming Avian Rescue, and we rescue parrots. What kind of birds do you think these are? You think this little itty bitty tiny one is a parrot?
A bird?
It's a parrot. They're all parrots. They're different breeds of parrots. Parrots come from that small to that big. See how big Echo is? Over here we've got Milky. She's a parakeet. And we've got Sammy. He's a conure. And we've got Kaylee. She is a umbrella cockatoo. And we've got Charlie. She's a Moluccan cockatoo. And we've got Petey. He's a sulfur-crested cockatoo. Yeah, you show it. And back here we've got Echo. He's a macaw. Green-winged macaw. When most people think of parrots, the macaws are what they think of because that's what you see with the pirate. Arr, probably want a cracker. Yes?
Our parrots can parrots fly?
Yes, parrots can fly. Let's see, Sammy's flighted, Milky's flighted, Kaylee's flighted, Charlie's flighted, Echo's not flighted, and
No, Charlie's not.
Petey is flighted.
Charlie's clipped too.
Nope.
She can fly pretty good, actually.
Yeah, her wings are pretty out there.
She flew clear down the hall yesterday from her cage. First time. It's like a 747 taking off from Lander Airport. All I heard was whoosh, whoosh, and she was at the end of the hall. Okay. Did you know that there's about 393 different kinds of parrots in the world today? Do you know what the problem is with the parrots in captivity? The ones that people keep in cages? Breeders are breeding way too many of them because they can make money selling them. That's why groups like ours end up with a lot of these birds that we need to try to find good homes for. How long do you think one of these birds lives?
An example.
How many years? How old will he be?
All the way to teen.
To what?
To teen.
To teens? To teens, yeah. This little one here, she can live if she's properly taken care of to her teens.
Can her fly?
The big one in the back there, if he's properly taken care of, he can live 100 years.
Can he fly?
Can who fly?
The one with the bunch of colors.
No,
No, he doesn't fly.
he doesn't fly.
He doesn't know.
No.
He knows how.
His wings are fixed so that he can't. Because we don't want him to fly away.
So he's safe.
He gets to walk in the parades with us when we do parades, so we don't want him to fly away. And did you
how they
know?
have harnesses? Full winged birds that can fly. We have them on a leash so we can keep control of them. So if they fly away, we can keep them because they'll fly high.
Yeah.
A lot of bird owners end up losing their birds because of being flighted and them not having them on a harness.
I was actually reading about an African gray in New Zealand, I think it was, and she was taking the cage outside, and it got caught on something and opened up, and her bird got away. And now she's asking everybody to help her find it.
What does it look like?
An African gray is a parrot that's all gray. I think I might have a picture.
They have red tail.
Red tail.
There's two variations of an African gray. There's the Congo African gray and one
No, I do not have a picture of an African gray.
They're about Kaylee's size and they're gray.
And they're all gray.
And then usually they'll have a red tip on their tail.
most of the tail feathers from their rear end down to the end are red. The rest of it's all gray.
And the nice thing about the African grays, they have the biggest vocabulary. They'll repeat just about anything they hear. They can bark. There's one at Ace right now that we're trying to find a good home for. And Toto barks and meows and says just about anything. But it's kind of funny when you're walking through by the birds over there and all of a sudden you hear meow. What?
On that note, African grays are one of the few species that are continually learners. They can learn new words even if they're 50 years old. Most of your macaws or Lucans, they stop learning at a certain age. And what they know is what they know. But an African gray can learn new words no matter how old they are.
So, what do you think these birds eat? What do you think she eats, the tiny one? What do you think she eats? What do you think? Bird seeds? She did for about the first year I owned her. Now she eats something called pellets. And that's food that's specially designed with the nutrition that they need. And she eats fresh fruits and vegetables, bananas, grapes. She loves grapes.
Did you feed him this morning? Did you feed him this morning?
The bigger guys, they all need fresh fruits, fresh vegetables. Would you believe this little guy right here? His favorite thing is bacon. Or hot dogs. He doesn't get it that often, but he tries. If I have him out and I have bacon on my plate for breakfast, he's in my plate. So, we talked a little bit about what they eat. We talked a little bit about how many different kinds there are. What do you think all these birds have in common that make them all parrots? Because we have different sizes, but they're all different parrots. What do you think they have that makes them parrots? Anybody? What? A long beak? That's kind of part of it. What?
Do parrots kind of feathers and blood?
Yes, they have blood and they have feathers. Yes.
So the birds can talk like a little bit. Us?
Yes, birds can talk a lot like us.
Yeah, they say.
None of these guys are talking at the moment, but yes, they can all talk like us. What makes these birds all parrots, every single one of them has a hooked bill, and their beak is hooked. And they have feet that have 2 toes in front, 2 toes in back. That they use their feet like tools. If they didn't have their feet with 2 toes in front, 2 toes in back, they couldn't hold on to the food and stuff the way they do. Their feet are essential to their everyday life. Where do you think parrots live in the wild?
Tropical forests.
Tropical forests,
Rainforest.
rainforests, pretty much the same thing. Anybody else?
Do parrots. Do parrots. Oh, parrots. Parrots
Have
have
what?
parrots either eat like this.
No, they eat like this.
And
Oh, with his hands? Yes, he'll hold his food with his hands. And eat it.
Are they from Africa?
There are parrots from Africa, South Africa, South America, New Zealand, Australia. You'll usually find them in warmer climates. There are groups of parrots now in California. You can find them in certain neighborhoods living in the wild that I've read about. You can find them in places in Florida where they've reproduced and started wild colonies. But mostly, they prefer warmer climates. We live in Wyoming. Do we live in a warm climate? No? Summertime's pretty nice, huh? Yeah, they like to come out in the summertime. Wintertime, not so much. It's a little too cold for these guys.
Below 50.
Below 50 is too cold.
I'm being silly.
Hello. So we got to take special care when we own one of these guys to make sure that in the wintertime we've got them in a place that's going to keep them at a temperature that they will be comfortable in, because they could get very sick if it's too cold.
Richard.
Yes, we will see in just a few minutes, because we've got just a short time before you guys have to be back to class, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think a problem could be if you wanted to own a parrot?
You have to take good care of it.
You have to take good care of it. Let me get him behind you first. Oh, they can say a lot of words. It depends on what they've learned.
Can they just say hello?
A lot of them learn hello. They repeat a lot of what they hear. If you say hello to your bird every morning, he's going to learn to say hello back to you. Petey says, hi, Petey, and hi, baby. What was your question?
My question was, what can parents say if he looks like
They can if they're taught that.
What was the question?
They say what they want to eat.
Will they say what they want to eat? That's
He didn't
why
want that
in the movies a lot of times you'll see the parrot say, Polly, want a cracker? That bird's been trained to say that on command for the movie. Yes?
the little parents say hello?
This one? Parakeet? No, I haven't taught her to say any words yet. I've been too busy working with the big guys. I haven't worked with her in a little while. To talk. To be socialized.